Unfortunately, it looks like the forest is truly dark. NERDSoul. LeIllKid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen. Wasting no time, because we got to get into Star Trek Discovery. And I love how this episode is getting to all of the characters involved. Day after day, week after week, this place is closing in on them as far as their psyche is concerned, as far as their emotions are concerned, as far as their character is concerned. You hear that this place is killing them every day, killing yourself. There's a piece of yourself that's getting lost as being part of this empire. And you're really seeing our characters deal with that. None more so than your boy Ash Tyler. I told you he should have been taken care of. Well, this guy is, I feel for him to a certain degree because he does feel that conflict. He doesn't know what's wrong with him, but he knows something is wrong with him. And he's so scared that it drove him to kill someone. So on top of killing someone, but still being in love with Michael, he doesn't know exactly how to handle this. And he even talks about needing a tether to this world. Of course, without giving the full truth about being a Manchurian candidate, of course, for the Klingons. But man, I kind of feel for him because the true Ash is probably somewhere locked in that psyche somewhere. But after so many, experiments and changing and mind swapping and heart swapping and all that mess, he has probably lost this battle to Vok forever. And you can really see the moment that he loses this battle is when they go down to meet the rebels that, of course, they're supposed to wipe out and kill and, shoot all the bombs and all that. And he sees his other self. But of course, he's in Ash's body. But hearing those Klingon words, going back in his mind, it finally gives that last snap. And it changes him and brings, the real Vok to the forefront. And we end up with a situation where Michael is lost because she even says that she needs a tether as well. And this dude is not helping at all, because he's, in his defense, he's not equipped to help. But we're gonna have to figure out how to handle him now that he's back, of course, on the real Discovery. But I do want to talk about the rebels, and something has to be said about how well organized they are, because these are different peoples in the real universe, like the original universe. We're going to say Universe Prime, and all my DC fans, what's up? But Universe Prime, not all of these guys get along, and not all of these guys can see eye to eye. But it seems like with a very credible threat and a very serious villain to deal with, and a very immediate threat and opposition, they have been able to mend their, fences and figure it out. And that's something that should be said for at least this universe too, that they are able to get along. Unfortunately, it's because the humans are killing people by the boatloads, but at least they are able to get along. And one of those things that I think is interesting is Zarek. Seeing him reconnect with Michael, seeing him even change a little bit in his tone, his mannerisms as he saw her, memories. It's interesting to see where their relationship will go. Will Zarek step in as a surrogate in the future? How will their relationship change, especially when, the bombs went off slightly prematurely. Now, there's a whole bunch more to get into this, even though there's only two main issues going on in this episode, but I really love the way we ended this episode, and we're going to talk about a little more when it comes to Saru as well. But of course, first, KURO brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Check that link below for KURObrand.com. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, cop it. Now, we've met the Rebels, we've met Zarek, we found that they are using active camouflage and they found a way to work together. But there's some people, they're not working together too well, and that's the number one. The number one on this Earth 2, she wants to be Captain Bad. And I know it seems like a small thing. I know it seems like a small thing. Believe me. But every time she look at her, every time she talk to her, homegirl, you better watch your back, Michael, because I'm telling you, you can't trust her. She looks like that single white female type that's trying to take your spot while smiling in your face. Next, I want to talk about Lorca. When Michael takes counsel with him, it seems like Lorca is actually starting to change. Unfortunately, we've needed Universe 2 and this crazy empire to change him, but it looks like his perspective is slowly changing from a dude that used to be like a straight up warmonger to a guy who's looking to be more strategic and more patient now. And I think he's seeing the effects of being fast and loose has played on his whole crew again. Because let's not forget, he's had a crew before that died because of his own craziness. So I think he's starting to reflect now and see that me doing me, being Lorca, trying to win at all costs, has now put another crew in danger of being completely wiped out, decimated, killed, whatever. And I think it's starting to weigh on him. I think he's starting to change a little bit. And maybe Lorca will make a turn for the better by the end of this season. Now, speaking of a turn, speaking of a switch, speaking of something that we did not expect, that's right, the Emperor. Now, of course, before getting into who the Emperor is, let's talk about how fly she looks. Yo, the Emperor is not playing. She got the finest galactic silks on. But it's nice to see Michelle Yeoh still on the show, killing it. Also, this brings a very large issue up for Michael when it comes to her emotions towards that vision, towards that person. And hopefully she doesn't project her emotions for the real Giorgio onto her, because the Emperor is not the same person. But we're gonna see Michael in a very interesting place because she's losing or lost Ash. He's gone. He's gone. And now she only has what would have been her like kind of like surrogate mother, mother figure, mentor, but the evil, crazy, murderous version. And I don't know how that's going to work out. But anyway, guys, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about Star Trek Discovery. I'm so hyped. This show is getting really good. And like I said, going undercover, we're gonna see how this changes everybody involved, especially when it comes to Tilly and whether she's being listened to or not concerning Stamp It and, his, everything he's going with and whether she can truly save him or not. So guys, of course, before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up thatnerdsoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them players. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart, and please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because everything looks all good, don't mean it ain't all good. Peace.